Let's hold for just a second. Hold. Yeah. Do you need a second? Do you need to walk?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay. You all right?
Yeah. I'm not acting.
Hi, I'm John D'Antonio, and welcome to CRT Hot Ones. This Colorado Gives Day, we are inviting our CRT staff and company to step into the hot seat for some hot questions and even hotter wings. Today, I am joined by someone who needs no introduction. She has starred in countless CRT plays. She's Caitlyn Wise D'Antonio.
Hi. Delighted to be here, John.
It's good to see you, Caitlyn. Thanks for joining.
My pleasure.
And who's this?
This is Sebastian D'Antonio. He's sometimes called Bash or Bashy. He likes small apples and keys. And he's just barely 15 months old.
How does he like hot wings?
I don't know if I want to find out. Why don't you try an apple?
All right, well, shall we dive in?
Yeah. That is delicious.
Right?
Although, I feel just a little bit of heat back of my throat.
You grew up a redhead.
I did.
So tell me, how has being a redhead changed your life and or career? What effect does that have on a person?
That's interesting. I think it's affected almost every day of my life since I was 3 years old, or I can remember. I was called a cherry tomato head in 5th grade. And but I feel like now it makes me stand out in a room versus not. People remember it, so they either think I can only play redheads, or I'm like, oh, of course, we need a redhead for this.
And don't they say scientifically, don't redheads feel more pain or something like that?
Yes, and they bleed a lot more too.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so if I actually, whenever I have an IV, oh, thank you, that helps my mouth feel better. I've had blood spurt across the room from my hand.
Oh my
Yeah, so redheads bleed and they feel more pain.
Okay, well, speaking of pain, why don't we move on to round 2, all right?
Very good.
You ready for this?
Oh, yes. Oh, this one has some smokiness to it.
You've been in many, many, many CRT shows over the last decade. I'd love to know, when people come up to you on the street or in the cable or whatever, what's the number 1 or 2 moments of shows that they always recount, they always tell you about and want to hear about?
Unnecessary farce. And I was a police woman tied up, and I had my hands tied behind my back, and then I had my my feet tied. So I was like this, and I scooted out of the room, and evidently that was one of the funniest things people had ever seen. You want to try this wing? Yeah, that one's not too spicy.
You sure about that? Oh dear.
That's a mild one.
Okay.
So we'll see how he does.
Okay. Cool. So here we go. We're going to Hellfire. So
All right.
We'll see if it lives up to the name, or shall we?
Okay.
Cheers.
Hellfire. First bite's quite good. Yeah, that's good.
2 words: motherhood and acting. I imagine there's some areas where they don't mesh, like oil and water. But then there's I'm sure some areas where one helps the other, etc. So tell me, how's the adventure of motherhood been with acting?
That's
Well, we're halfway there.
Thank you.
So yeah, motherhood and water. What do you?
And water? What did you say?
Motherhood and acting. Come here, Bash. Come here.
I feel like it has been a glorious thing in that I understand more about life and people and what it's like to be a mother, to see people and what am I trying to say here? What I'm trying to say is that I feel so sensitive now.
Yeah.
And so vulnerable. I feel like I could cry at a moment's notice, and that my feelings and my theatricality and everything that I am is just right on the surface. And it's thanks to these little wonderful beasts I think that is truly what I'm saying, and I understand different characters. I'm crying here. Okay.
It's that accessibility.
Yes, it's
comes with motherhood, right?
I feel like that does. It also is so hard because you know what? I'm never. Yeah, it's hot, isn't it? I'm never alone. I'm never alone.
Yeah,
That's the
right.
thing. Not in the night, not in the day, not ever. And I am always with.
Plagued,
people,
you might
yeah.
even say. Yeah. Well, cool. Are we feeling okay? Are we ready to? You okay to move on to round 4? Is that?
Oh yeah. Sure.
And just whatever you do, make sure you don't touch your eyes. Okay.
Okay. Sure.
Okay. So, but we're past the halfway point, which is nice, right? If you need to take a second.
No, I'm okay.
Good?
Yeah, good.
Okay. Here we go.
Tastes fine.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Kate,
fine.
this next question is called Caitlyn's Choice.
Oh, okay.
You're on a desert island, and you can only bring one of your children with you. Who's it going to be? No,
What?
I'm just totally kidding. I'm kidding. You're on a desert island, and you can only bring one dessert with you. One dessert. What's that dessert going to be, and why?
I love dessert. I actually had a cake business when I was between the ages of 16 and 25, and I still make some cakes. And what's that called again?
Cakes by Caitlyn, I
No,
believe.
I
is
mean that sauce.
the bomb.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So if I could bring,
What's the one dessert? Yeah.
I'm just gonna hold that milk in my mouth for just a second.
Okay, sure.
Without burning. I'd bring a chocolate mousse torte with raspberry sauce
Okay, tell me more.
because it's been one of my favorite cakes for my entire life because it has 3 layers of delicious mousse. And then like a baked mousse, and then it's a chocolate mousse, and then it's cream, and that like makes a soft, fudgy, beautiful interior. And it is just, and then you put a raspberry puree, and I love raspberries and chocolate.
Yeah.
And the raspberry, you puree out all the seeds, and you just lay it on the bottom, and then you have a delicious, like sweet, chocolatey beautiness, and it's really
Great. Okay,
really
great.
good. And I bring that to eat every single day.
We're moving on to the final wing and the final 2 questions. Are you ready, Caitlyn? You feel up for it? This is your mission. Do you choose to accept it?
What am I gonna get?
I don't know. Nothing. Maybe a few more Colorado Gives Day donations. We game?
Okay, I'm gonna do it.
All right, here we go. Then we'll have just a couple quick questions. You ready?
Okay.
One big bite. Okay.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay. You got this! You got this, yeah!
It's fine.
No big deal, right?
No.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna hit you with the feed bomb. Okay. Okay. All right, Caitlyn, what is this photo? What is this photo? Please tell us.
What phone? Yeah, sorry. It's me. We're holding a lobster.
And why are you holding a lobster?
Because you gave that to me for my 25th birthday. A live lobster crawling across the ground. What is that?
What's going on here in this next shot?
I was practicing black teeth for the show. What's the show?
Shakespeare's.
No. Oh, the dead guy fall in the pit. The Brian.
Yeah, general store. Very cool. Rotting teeth. And finally, who is this person? Who is this?
That's me, Julia, with straight hair.
All right, here we go. Final thing. Here we go. This is called a CRT line bomb. CRT line bomb. These are all shows you have done at CRT. I'm gonna.
There you go, honey.
Let's hold for just a second.
Hold.
Yeah. Do you need a second? Do you need to walk?
I just yeah, I'm okay.
Okay.
You all right?
Yeah. I'm not acting.
No, I believe it.
Okay.
Yes.
If you need to take a second, seriously, we can. Do you need to take a second? Take a second to breathe.
No, I'm okay.
Okay, great.
Sure.
Thank you.
Here we go. All right, we're gonna hit you with a CRT line bomb, okay? So I'm gonna read off lines from your roles, from past roles at CRT. The game is, can you name the name of the character and the play? You got to do both to get a point. Name of the character and the play.
Yeah.
First up, I shall never marry, for the state is fundamentally flawed, as far as I can see.
Importance of being earnest. What?
Which you have not done at CRT.
Oh.
I'll continue with the line. It is all too much. I would, however, make a lovely maiden aunt, Sister Jane.
A maiden aunt? What?
Lizzie from Pride and Prejudice.
Oh!
All right, next
a
up.
maiden aunt, Lizzie.
Here's
Sorry,
next up.
I can't.
A nurse anesthetist specialist specializes in
Kinda
anesthetization with a
Kinda
certain...
red.
And the name of the character?
Lucy!
All right, point. This entire enterprise seems foolish at best, dangerous at worst. But on one point I agree with you. If we do not help, who will?
If we do not help, if we do not help, who? We do not help, who will?
You said this to Kate Barry?
Ah, yes, Sherlock Holmes.
All right, we'll give that
What's it called again? I played Watson.
from Miss Holmes. All right, here we go. Here's a short one. Ready? Keep going.
What?
Keep
Keep going! I remember that, saying that.
You said it this summer.
Dear Jack, dear Louise!
Nice. And finally, here we go. There isn't the least bit of adventure in you. Do you know what you are? You're a watcher. There are watchers
in this world, and there are
doers. And the watchers sit around watching the doers do.
That is the play I did in this very room, in this theater, barefoot in the park. And her name is Corey.
You got the 7 points. You won.
Thank you.
You survived CRT Hot Ones. Anything you'd like to leave us with, Caitlyn?
I am on fire.
Yes, you are, and you'll be on fire this summer in the 2022 season, which you don't want to miss. We'll see you on Colorado Kids Day, December 7th. Thanks again for tuning in. Good night.